Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Yes, I think that truth should be spoken, and within that truth, it must mean that the person it has happened to must be on hand to talk about what has happened to them. But how often is that in a place like Barbados? How often is it that something has happened to comes forward to say, this is what happened to me, with the cameras within, the purview of everyone to see on social media? How often does that happen? So you're left to speculate, but truth must be spoken. So when Marsha talks about social media users are warned, she is a social media user. She works for the government, and the government puts out a lot of lies. The government puts out a lot of propaganda. Many things that are spoken there don't really happen. A lot of things that the government signed off on when they go to other nations and they sit there and they say, oh yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to sign on to this when we get back to Barbados. It never happens. It never happens. Okay, so are you warning yourself? Barbados today, they're on social media. Nation News, they're on social media. You know how many people say that the Nation News did not accurately represent them when the story was put in the paper? Do you know how often that happens? Do you know how often a name is misspelled in Barbados today? Okay, you can misspell it, and someone else could be named in that misspelling, and people are pointing at the wrong person. Do you know how often photos are not given when a story is given, so that people know exactly who you're talking about? Do you know how often that happens? Yes. Social media users, which would include the government of Barbados, should be warned. And who tells more lies than a government? Who would put out more untruths than a government? Okay, they tell lies, and then those lies would also encompass people who sit in positions to give decisions. Positions to give decisions, like the justices and the magistrates. And how often are those people, when they know someone, they can swing a decision in a certain way, and that reaches social media? The people that it has affected, they have an opinion, they feel a certain way, and they must talk about it. But you cannot know that the judge or the magistrate was actually bought off. You didn't see it happening, but you know that something went down. It's like seeing a pregnant woman. You didn't see her doing it. You didn't see it, but the belly is there to show you they did it. So sometimes you don't actually see something happening, but you can infer from other things that something would have happened for whatever you're seeing to have happened. Okay, so but getting back to what she's saying, in the whole sense of the you have to look at the tenant, and you have to look at the motive behind things that are said. You have to look at the intent. And yes, you want people to be truthful. You will say whatever you say to the best of your ability. Do that. And even in court, when you go into court systems, a witness may see something, and 4 years later, their memory is shot. They don't quite remember. And when you don't remember, you fill in the areas that you don't really remember what happened. You kind of fill in the gaps, and that filling in lies. It's lies. You don't mean to lie, but it's happening. And even when 4 years have not passed, let's say that you witnessed something, you think you witnessed something like right there and then. Someone else next to you could have seen something different. The one standing on the other side of you could have seen something different angles. You see different things, and chances are what you thought you saw, you're not all correct. Your eyes are actually fooling you. Okay, so we talk about truths, but you have to say to the best of your ability, to the best of your ability. And witnesses are the worst. Witnesses, people who say they'll witness something, they're actually the worst. You know, that I'm not talking about what they heard, what they're this firsthand, from their point of view, it's firsthand. They are the worst. Okay, so yes, you want social media truths, but we all know that when you put that hand on the Bible and you raise your hand, you know, and swear to God you're going to tell the truth, that truth is coming from your point of view. And your point of view is swayed. You forget things. You don't, certain things don't even register in your brain. You may not even know the intent. Something may have happened and what started it, but you may just see the end result and you fill in the blanks. Okay, I saw him doing that, blah, 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 but you don't really know. No one really knows, okay? Yes, yes, you want people to speak the truth to the best of their ability, to the best of their ability, but the best of anyone's ability is flawed. The best of anyone's ability is flawed. Even Marsha Caddle standing up there and talking about social media users are being warned. She is in the paper. The paper is on social media, and she has to watch what she's telling to the people via the Mia Motley administration, and how true what she's saying is. The veracity of everything that comes out of her mouth. Is she checking on everything that is being said by her? Everyone is subjected to being warned. Everyone, even Marsha Caddle. Even Marsha Caddle. Sherry Veronica.